Good morning and happy Friday for tool number 15. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we're at tool 15. It must be Friday. It must be Seahawk Friday. Today's tool is an interesting one. It's one that I have a love-hate relationship with. It's a hacksaw. You know, people have used the term he's hacking it or breaking it. Well, hacksaws tend to do that. A hacksaw is a tool that's used to cut metal. Okay? So if you have a metal bar or a metal L-shaped material, anything metal, not so much sheet metal, but usually metal extruded items. So metal pipe or metal square pipe, things like that. They have very small teeth. And interesting with a hacksaw is the only time it cuts is on the forward stroke. Okay? The only time it cuts is actually on the forward stroke. So it only cuts half the time. Okay? Oftentimes, to make a straight cut in metal, oftentimes the blade will bend. There's a tensioner here to tighten the blade, but boy, I mean, a hacksaw is an important tool to have because you go to it often, but with a hacksaw, oftentimes you're thinking, what tool could I use besides a hacksaw? Because when you've used a hacksaw a few times, you're like, oh, this is going to be hard. Now let's say you had a bolt or something that you had to cut a little bit shorter. Maybe you've tightened it and it's sticking out too far, and you can use this hacksaw. It works great. But at the same time with tool 15, that is the hacksaw, and it's for cutting metal objects, and it only cuts on the forward stroke, okay, if the blade is put in correctly. I want to show you two other tools you could use besides it, because I feel like I'm cheating you if I'm telling you this is the go-to tool, because boy, what a pain. Thanks to technology and advancement, we can do some other things. Bolt cutters. This is a very small pair of bolt cutters. They do a wonderful job. Let me throw some safety glasses on here. They do a wonderful job of cutting. This is stainless steel bar, and if I wanted to cut it, it's just boop. Now you can see why you need safety glasses. So these bolt cutters, of course, you've heard of bolt cutters before. It cuts locks and different things. Well, it'll also cut bolts. And something with a little more control that is my go-to. I always go to this first, which is my battery-operated cutting wheel. And this is amazing. With this, I can very easily cut, and I have full control of it. And I can cut very easily exactly where I want it. I can line it up. So this Bosch 12-volt cutting wheel is fantastic. And so this is my hacksaw of 2020. This was my hacksaw of 1980, 1990, and 2000. Right around 2010, it was like, what? I could get bolt cutters. A nice little small pair of bolt cutters. Most of the time you see bolt cutters and they're big, and they cut locks and things like that. Well, these are just the cutest little things ever, and they'll cut tiny bolts and things like that. So a couple of tools, but officially today's tool of the day is the hacksaw, because what journal wouldn't be right without the hacksaw? Now for bonus points, you can add in the bolt cutters, always being careful that when you cut, things sometimes fly away. Bolt cutters. Should we make today a trifecta? And the cutting wheel. The cutting wheel. This is a motorized, there's air cutting wheels that work on air power. There's plug-in cutting wheels. And then, of course, there's cordless cutting wheels. So there you are. And there you have it. Tool of the day number 15. 15 A, B, and C. How's that?